Top 10 Origins of Memorable Movie Lines 2020. Top 10 Origins of Memorable Movie Lines. While there surely isn't sufficient space on this listing to feature all of the memorable traces films have given us in the course of the years, there are quite a few in this list that could just encourage you to rewatch those scenes in which they are uttered.
Number 10, Terminator 2. It's impossible to look at Terminator 2, Judgment Day and now not listen for Arnold Schwarzenegger's well-known "Hasta la vista, toddler" line. Co-writer of the movie, William Wisher, discovered in 2017 that this line becomes something he used to say to James Cameron over the cell phone while hanging up. At the time neither of them knew just how iconic the phrases could end up. Cameron additionally said in 2017 that "Hasta Los Angeles Vista, toddler" is a line from a Tone Loc song and the rapper accepted of the use of it inside the film. Schwarzenegger's different iconic line "I'll be back" didn't sit down well with the actor at the start and he attempted several times to steer Cameron to permit him to mention "I could be again" as an alternative. He felt that his accessory made the abbreviated line sound strange, but Cameron wouldn't accept any adjustment to the line in any way. Number 9, Midnight Cowboy. Midnight Cowboy turned into released in 1969 and have become the simplest X-rated film to win Best Picture on the Academy Awards. After these types of years, the movie nevertheless has the capability to bring visitors to tears, in particular at some stage. In the bus scene at the stop in the movie, Dustin Hoffman stars as Ratso Rizzo and John Voight as Joe Buck. Before the film's release, Hoffman turned in to convince that it'd damage his profession after a preview noticed droves of people go away the theater throughout John Voight's homosexual intercourse scene. Voight on the other hand was completely satisfied that the film could be a success and also come to be a classic. In one, now iconic, scene, Ratso and Joe are talking even as walking throughout a road, whilst Ratso hits the hood of a taxi and yells, "I'm walking here. I'm walking right here." This scene changed into absolutely improvised, as there was no finances to close a hectic New York road. It became also actual warfare to get the scene performed in a single shot, and director John Schlesinger became aggravated while the actors stored preventing at the diminish to keep away from being bumped by cars and people. The yellow cab bore down on them at some point of one attempt at shooting the scene, trying to beat the signal. And Hoffman slapped his hand down at the hood of the cab and uttered the infamous line. Schlesinger determined to hold the scene because he loved the improv a lot. Number 8. Jaws. The ominous score collectively with Bruce the Shark are likely the most memorable parts of the Jaws film, released in 1975. However, there may be one line that became so iconic it has been parodied and referenced in numerous other films. When Roy Scheider eventually receives a complete view of Bruce, he says, "You're gonna need a bigger boat," together with his cigarette never leaving the spot among his lips. This become even funnier whilst uttered for the primary time at some point of filming, as that precise line became something of an internal funny story earlier than it made its manner into the movie. It turned into widely recognized that Jaws producers were pretty stingy and refused to get a bigger boat to aid the barge housing the Jaws system. Whenever something went incorrect with the small boat they hired, someone might say the road, even whilst lunch ran overdue. Someone might mumble the road and everyone within earshot might burst out guffawing. Scheider improvised the line based on this internal Shaggy Dog story. Number 7, The Sixth Sense. M. Night Shyamalan doesn't continually get it proper, however he made something unique out of The Sixth Sense. The film isn't always handiest creepy, it's also succeeded in pulling off one in every of the biggest twists in film history. Before twists have become commonplace, this is Of course, it's easy after 21 years to peer. The digicam zoom in on Bruce Willis' face just because the little boy says, "I see dead humans," but at the time. Audible gasps have been the order of the day in theaters at some stage in screenings international after the twist. Discovered that Willis, man or woman, had in fact been lifeless the complete time. In 2019, Haley Joel Osment, who performs Cole Sear, spoke at some point of an interview about how surprised he turned into that the now notorious line was in no way notion to be the tagline for film during filming, or maybe a part of the decision sheet. It became honestly a small part of the dialogue that needed to be spoken throughout the scene with Willis. Dr. Malcolm to highlight the moment that Sear shares his secret for the primary time. Number 6, Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk approximately fight membership. This rule seemingly prolonged to the director of the film as nicely, who devised a plan to get a proper reaction out of Brad Pitt at some point of the filming of a fight scene between him and Edward Norton. The scene turned into initially speculated to encompass Norton punching Pitt gently at the shoulder. Director David Fincher reputedly walked up to Norton moments before shooting became due to begin and whispered to him to hit Pitt inside the ear rather. Norton turned into understandably hesitant but proceeded to do exactly as he became informed. Besides, the response from Pitt became the "amazed you hit me within the ear" line that stayed, as is in the course of the now iconic fight scene. Number 5, Hakuna Matata. Right after Timon tells Simba that he wishes to learn a brand new lesson within the original The Lion King film, he asks him to copy the now infamous phrases, "Hakuna Matata." Pama then repeats the line and provides, "It man or no worries." Then follows one of the catchiest tunes in Disney history. There are many unforgettable fees and songs on this animated classic. However, for numerous lovers, Hakuna Matata tops the list. Hakuna Matata definitely does suggest no hassle or no problems in Swahili and turned into blanketed in the lyrics by using Tim Rice, who observed the term in a Swahili ebook. Disney filed to register Hakuna Matata as an indicator in 1994. But this stirred up quite the controversy because the word is generally used by folks that communicate Swahili. Before the remake of The Lion King turned into launched in 2019, an online petition signed with the aid of over 100,000 people known as for Disney to drop the trademark rights, which it known as an attack on Swahili people and Africa as a whole. Number 4, Captain Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack Sparrow swaying drunkenly, falling down, and going for walks through shallow seawater, fingers flailing comically, is one of the fundamental motives for the achievement of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie franchise. Of root, there may be additionally Keira Knightley, Orlando Bloom, zombie-searching sailors, the fantastical Black Pearl, and a whole lot of savvy. Captain Jack is accountable for some of the funniest moments of the franchise, including frivolously stepping onto a dock out of a rapidly sinking deliver, almost crying over wasted rum, judging Barboss's wig, falling over a wall and highlighting his father's age in the high-quality manner viable. One of Jack's funniest moments was absolutely unscripted, however ended up being used inside the second film because the person reactions had been honestly exquisite. Johnny Depp was absolutely in person, filming a scene wherein he calls out "Toy Fish Face" to Davy Jones earlier than accidentally tumbling down the steps of the delivery he became standing on. The fall may were unscripted, but Depp made it paintings by means of jumping up quickly and making a song. Look what I were given. I were given a jar of dirt, I were given a jar of dust, and guess what's interior it? Depp's converting facial expression, as Jones prepares to launch an attack on his ship, rounds out the scene perfectly. Number 3, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Freddy Krueger become one of the scariest horror movie villains of the 80s. He brutally killed humans through pulling them into their mattresses and developing a blood fountain, slashing them with the blades on his glove and dragging them throughout ceilings, or even bursting out from their bodies after owning them. In general, there are 9 films offering Freddy, with the 1/3 movie boasting one of the killer's most iconic lines, which additionally took place to be improvised. In Dream Warriors, Freddy is about to kill Jennifer, who is a youngster with massive desires of becoming a celebrity in Hollywood. Jennifer's demise is the second one in the movie, and is derived after she tries not to nod off through sitting and smoking in front of the TV late at night. She even puts out the cigarette on her hand and try to stay wakeful. Unfortunately, she gets too near the TV after she sees Freddy's face on the screen, most effective to be grabbed by means of Freddy himself. His head then emerges from the pinnacle of the TV set as he growls, "Welcome to Top Time, Winch." This line changed into completely improvised by means of Robert Englund and director Chuck Russell, determined to hold the road in addition to the authentic one that Englund says before it. "This is it, Jennifer, your large wreck in TV." Number 2. Fast and Furious 6. The Fast and the Furious franchise is jam-packed with one-liners. Some terrific, others now not so much. They encompass, "It don't count number in case you win by using an inch or a mile." "Winning's winning and I don't have buddies, I have own family." "Who could forget Letty's catty, I smell skanks." "Why don't you just percent it up before I leave tread marks for your face?" Or Hobbs exclaiming, "I will beat your ass like a Cherokee drum." Dwayne Johnson additionally came up with one of the high-quality one-liners for his Hobbs character whilst he took out Roman, who attempted to get a dig in at him. When Hobbs arrives at the barbecue in Furious 6, Roman shouts that Mia ought to cover her infant oil without lacking a beat. Hobbs retorts, "You better disguise that big-ass forehead." Johnson improvised the road instant, causing Ludacris to spit out his drink and Tyrese being perplexed, mumbling, "I changed into just joking," both proper reactions to the pithy line. Number 1. Wakanda Forever. In the age of superheroes and supervillains, may want to there be a extra iconic line than the 2 phrases "Wakanda Forever?" There has been cheering and clapping in packed theaters across the globe during the screening of Marvel films. On every occasion this line changed into spoken. The cheering additionally had a lot to do with past due Chadwick Boseman, aka Black Panther. During an appearance of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Boseman confirmed that the salute finished together with uttering "Wakanda Forever" was constantly executed with the proper arm over the left. The salute, in keeping with director Ryan Coogler, came from diverse cultures and languages and has been popularized as a gesture of black excellence. Wakanda, a fictional East African U.S. within the film Black Panther, was and still is a call for God. Both the phrase and the salute had been adopted by means of celebrities worldwide after the release of the film in 2018. Tennis players have flashed the salute and mouthed the words after victories at the court. Soccer gamers have gotten in on the movement after scoring desires, as have rugby players after scoring tries. Wakanda Forever is also the lasting legacy of Cha, who vocalizes the phrase as a battle cry in combat scenes, and Chadwick Boseman, who expressed the salute and phrases on more than one occasions past the movie.
Thank you watching this video. Please subscribe us and share this video with your friends. Comment and keep in touch with us. Thank you.